Hello there, what's going on everybody? Upgrades. We've got our Phase 1 and B1 Battle Droid upgrade expansion preview today, so we're going to talk about those for Star Wars Legion, and the good news is these are supposed to be coming out by the end of the year, so hopefully the supply chains keep working and we get more and more goodness to kind of enhance those armies that we've got for our Clone Wars stuff. Is very, very exciting. And the good news also is that there is still time left to enter to win that $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. You're automatically entered to win. I'll be announcing the winner of that towards one of the end of my videos in the first week of November. So about a week left. And so you still got a few days left to enter. So yes, let's go ahead and jump right in because this is very, very cool. So I'm going to talk about the Phase 1 Clone Troopers expansion. We're going to get some upgrades in here, but they did give us kind of a close-up look at some of these minis, and they do look pretty cool. You're going to be getting that, that Jango Fett clone head, so you're going to have the unhelmeted head that you can put on your clone troopers, and the cool thing here is you don't have to put them on these guys. You can put those heads on anybody else you want. You can put those on certain unit leaders. You can put those on Boba Fett if you want, which would be really, really cool to take one of these and put them on Boba Fett. I know a lot of people have already been getting their alternate head sculpts because Legion is, hey, it's a hobbyist game as well as a tactical war game. So a lot of people have been doing all kinds of cool modding and hobby stuff already to their stuff. But in case you're not interested in maybe getting something off of Shapeways or something like that, or getting any 3D printed or alternate sculpted heads, here's two right here in the box. Very, very cool. I love the alternate heads and the fact that it's just a regular round system right now, so you can just kind of put those on anybody. And the arms, too. You can put the arms wherever you want the arms to go. So you got a lot more flexibility now in how to build your clones, and I just love that. Although, at least for my first pack, I will probably get one just like this. But you're probably going to want to get multiples of these because they're coming with some really cool upgrades that you can add. They do come with an extra unit card, and so if you've stuck with my... Like for me personally, I got only 2 core sets. A lot of people will have gotten 3 core sets. But since I also got the B1, the Phase 1 Clone Trooper expansion, I now have 5 units of Clone Troopers. And this one will make the 6th if I'm looking for a bare bones unit of Clone Troopers. And I think that makes some sense. So that's pretty cool. So I'll have 4 extra minis. I can run an extra bare bones unit of Clone Troopers. And I might just use my extra 5th trooper from most of those, maybe with this new leader guy, right? Or I'll have an extra leader anyway because you're going to have an extra leader guy. So we are getting the RPS-6 Phase 1 trooper who is firing that bazooka rocket launcher. It's gonna be a recover. No, it's not even an exhaustible, rather. Unlike most of the rockets, which is actually surprising. But it's gonna be a 2 to 4, cumbersome is the word I was looking for, where, you're not, it's going to be really good for standby, which, hey, clones are really, really good at using standby, aren't they? Yeah, they are. And it's going to have impact, too. So we're getting a lot of heavy vehicles coming soon. First quarter 2020. First quarter 2020 is going to be beautiful, by the way. It's going to be beautiful. But yeah, so these guys are going to help combat the new threats of how armor is probably going to be making a comeback in this game, which is also pretty cool. We're getting a DP-23 Phase 1 Clone Trooper. Oh, and he is on, what is that planet? Felucia. It looks like he's on Felucia. Very cool. He's also got the bandolier going on, too, which is a nice little touch. Love the art. Great art, by the way. I love all of the artists here, and this is no exception. But you're getting a range 2, so close range clone. But you're getting 2 black and a white, and you're getting Pierce 1. I love that you're getting Pierce. Pierce is so good. Honestly, it may be one of the best keywords in the game. Absolutely love Pierce. Then, of course, we're getting our leader mini for the your basic personnel upgrade. 17 points, so not cheap. And exhaustible. And the exhaust is for when you activate, you can do this stuff. But basically, you're adding the mini. You're gaining the training upgrade, which is really cool for clones. It opens up a lot of new options for them. But that's kind of standard. And of course, when you activate, you cannot remove suppression tokens or be suppressed during this activation, and it's a leader. So, this one's really, really good leader for your biggest heavy hitter unit, also so you can add the training to them as well. But you're paying for it. I mean, clones are expensive. They are really, really expensive. And rightfully so. They're fantastic. But this one's really cool. This is the Phase 1 Clone Specialist. And I'm digging this one very much so. This one's a little different. The Specialist has changed a little bit from the other ones. Like we saw in the Rebel and the Empire, how that Specialist would give them a free token. But like for the Rebels, it was Dodge, and for the Empire, it was Aim. And then here, I mean, in addition to gaining the equipment upgrade, this is going to let you gain an Aim, Dodge, or Surge, which is super cool. I feel like Aim is definitely going to be like probably the most popular amongst these, but if you've already got a whole lot of Aims, maybe you do want the Surge. Maybe you do, you know. And now this one is exhaustible, also 17 points. So to gain that Aim and Dodge or Surge, Aim or Dodge or Surge, you're going to have to exhaust them. But it'll go real good with you, for anything else that you put that you're going to want recoverable. So Phase 1 Clone Specialist giving you lots of flexibility for 17 points. That is expensive. That is expensive. Now we also got the B1 Battle Droids. That's also coming. Now these are also all supposed to be shipping at the same time as our Rebellion and Empire, upgrade expansions. So we should be getting a whole lot of goodies all on the same day. Still supposed to be fourth quarter, so hopefully early to mid December we'll have these. But this one's interesting because this one comes with the extra unit card as well. However, the distinction here is it only comes with 4 minis. And you really need 6 minis for a unit card. So I feel like this one is the one where like the process kind of fell through. I feel like the B1 Battle Droids version should have come with 6. And as a result, maybe cost a little bit more. It feels like that would be appropriate to me, that if it came with 6 minis, because you can't run this unit card with what comes in the box. So this one becomes the only one that doesn't work natively. Everything else works natively. This one is just illegal straight out of the box. Obviously, you probably are going to have some spare droids, and you can probably make this work anyway. But I'm a little bit like, oh, they couldn't have just given us a, if there were 6 minis, like it should come with 2 just regular droids, just to fill out the 6. Like that's what I think. But oh well. I think they figure most people aren't buying it for that. I was actually going to buy it for that extra card too. Like not just the extra card, but so be it. But yeah, so you get some cool new poses here. You got the kneeling sniper. You got that big old rad gun. You got this guy running. I hate the guys running with just the 1 foot on the ground. It's such a pain in the butt because you're putting the glue on there. You gotta hold them for so much longer. And like I am so busy. I'm always doing so many things. When I'm like putting these guys together, I'm trying to do them as fast as possible. So I hate the 1 foot on the ground guy because I have to sit there and hold it for like a minute. And like that whole minute, I'm just like, I'm supposed to be doing other things right now. I can't just sit here and hold this and do nothing else. So like I've actually gotten like other things like the dumpsters from Marvel Crisis Protocol. Like I would like kind of put on there next to him and like have them lean against it and stuff like that so he stays up. And so some of my new droids are like that are on the 1 foot are like kind of leaning a little bit, just a little bit. But like if they're running, it makes sense that maybe you're leaning a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, but then you get this one guy pointing, and like I like the point too because most of them they're all like this. And so I love the idea of droids that actually have 2 separate arms that you don't have to. You're not going to have to glue those arms together first. Although I have kind of switched over to using, instead of crazy glue, using plastic glue. And it doesn't get all over your hands as much. It does smell a little funny, but yeah. So for upgrades we're getting with the B1s, we're getting the Radiation Cannon B1 Trooper. And here we got a close range version, 22 points, 2 red though, so that's really nice. Considering that these guys don't always get aim, it's usually not that common for them. And it's got poison. So poison again is going to be able to do an extra damage. It's just at the end of the round, I believe, and you're getting, so this is like 3 damage for one guy. This is a really good upgrade. This one may be kind of like the go-to, just because it's got such high damage potential and you can afford it. I'm like the droids are so cheap, you can afford 22 points for heavy. I mean, 22 points isn't that bad for a heavy weapons guy to begin with, but you're adding red dice is great. I really like this one. I may want to get a lot of these, except I'm not really planning on playing droids all that much, so I don't know how many I'll really want to get. But yeah, this is nice. We got the E5S B1 Trooper, the sniper right here. And by the way, to Brendan Franz, who wanted to put the binoculars in one hand and then the rifle in the other one. This is how you do binocs. 2 hands on the weapon, Brendan. 2 hands. All right. No, but seriously, he's got the binoculars like they go right up there so he can... I'm being silly. All right, so range 1 to 4, red and white, critical 1. And I like this one. This one could be a double-edged sword, though, because with the AI attack, if you don't have that, a lot of times, you know, a way around AI attack is like, hey, you know what? Hey, nobody's in range. I have to just, you know, take my aim and I have to do my other actions now because I can't attack. But here with 1 to 4, you're more likely to be able to have the opportunity to attack. Especially if there's like an Obi-Wan with a dodge out there, or a Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader with a dodge. Now you're more likely to have to attack and then take some maybe deflect damage back. So, well, this guy's good, but he's somebody, if you're going to use him, I think you're going to really need maybe an HQ uplink or something like that on these guys to guarantee that they're going to have an order as often as possible. We get the OOM series battle droid, and I love that this looks like he's straight out of episode 1. And this one's just crying out for a Gungan army, crying out for that battle of Naboo. When you use coordinate, you can issue your order at range 1 to 2 instead of range 1. Imagine an entire army filled with these. Your link can now be so much farther apart. This is huge. This is really good. I don't think you'll need 6 of these, but if you're planning on running droids, at least 3 of these would be huge. That'd be really, it'd really make you versatile and able to make that daisy chain going everywhere. Love it. Then you got the B1 security droid. You're going to exhaust, and he's totally different than the other guys. And I love this guy. When you activate, you lose AI attack until the end of the activation. That's great. It's kind of doing, in some ways, the same thing that this is doing, like, not doing the same thing. That's a miss. But he's addressing, like, coordinate is kind of a way to beat the AI attack limiter, and so he's beating it in just a totally different way. He's just like, you know, let's forget about it. You know, I got extra programming. I know where we need to go. Trust me, you know. And he's pointing too, like the artwork is perfect for it. And I love that AAT rolling into Naboo, rolling into Theed City. I can't wait. I got my terrain. I got more of it now too. When those things roll in, it's gonna be glorious. So yeah, we got these upgrades, and I can't wait for them to come out. They're looking good. I really can't wait for the tanks to come out too. And then, who knows what else? We got to get some new stuff announced soon. Darth Maul needs to show up. I really need Maul. I really need Darth Maul. I'm going to do some crazy stuff for Darth Maul. You're going to watch and see. All right, guys, that's all I've got for now. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I also want to thank my patrons on Patreon. You guys are amazing. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there are links in the description below. Be sure to check those out. I want to thank you all, again, so much. Oh, Lando's here, too. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.